It's this class. Hour? Yeah.
Really, where we all?
Yeah.
Good trouble at all with CE credits?
Do what?
Good trouble at all with CE credits? No. You get on top of it?
Well, yeah. I think I am. I don't think I have. Why? What's?
I'm just curious how you can.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I do them in the class. Used to, I do them in class. Sometimes I'll just take the, get it over with. Mine aren't due until May.
Did you Paul?
Brandon, I am. Does that mean you want to leave now?
Yeah, I'll see you. Go get lunch.
Come on in. There he is.
Yeah, don't let them stress you out. Say any questions, we haven't been in contact.
You would, you wait.
Shoot, that's, I mean. A person has to speak for themselves. I would feel bad about stuff like that, that's me.
It's nobody.
They used to tell me when I was a kid. You can say I love you, you can say F you, so you better say the truth. So when I got in trouble, if I didn't just come out, it was bad. And I still like that because, you know what I mean? As long as I said the truth, that was okay. Well, if he caught me in a lie, it was over. I wish people would just feel like, you know what, we're not ready yet. Thank you for the time. We'll be in touch. That's all it takes. It takes literally 30 seconds.
And talk to. That for LLC for 1 hour either. He wasted his time too.
Some people are narcissists and that's just the way it's gonna be.
And he's not buying that much stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, you had that written all over you, serving nonstop, teaching.
That's totally.
Narcissistic.
What makes you think you're sitting over
You
there?
gonna be up there? Well, I don't
He's
know.
sitting right in the front.
You want me to come up there?
No, I'll have you take some notes.
Okay.
We're gonna have at least one or two more.
Angie's coming in, I know that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was grading you. We're all screwed.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Did you, you in Facebook? Are you in that?
I submitted to join.
Yeah, because it popped up on me to do. And I hit approve. But yeah, we'll address that later. That was like an hour ago. But I-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked earlier, there was two members, it was me and you, so why, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it forced that. If it can.
Well,
We're doing something wrong if we're already getting your attention.
I just joined, I have it,
Do we have anybody on
yeah,
remotely?
how about 5 people?
Oh,
okay, good.
That's my line. It's good to have that set up there.
Wish we had a little bit better turnout here. But,
This is everybody you got for you.
Samantha's there, she's not coming back.
Who?
Samantha,
and I,
is it on her office, I asked her.
well, it's just whoever wants it, it's one of those things. I knew some people would be scared of it, I was hoping more people would come just to hear.
Well, I think a lot of people, just because of how quickly this kind of got rolled out. So I think we're gonna give people a couple of weeks window to kind of find a way to jump up. And then get into it. You sure you're looking for this class here?
I'm happy to wait if you have to. I'm married to him, so,
Yeah.
yes.
She was.
After this meeting.
If I left,
Thanks a lot for having me.
If I left, I might not be here.
Hey, I just want to say for the technology committee to walk in and get their laptop on this presentation without any help is a big step. You just don't see a whole lot of presenters that come in here and get up with that. Okay. We're good? Lovely. Let's see. Cynthia, just see those little eyes just above there, checking this out. So, thank you, everybody who's online. I'm going to set up the chat so we can at least see it if something comes in. So, thanks, everybody. Is everybody familiar with what the ALC is? Just briefly, why we even call it the ALC? Anybody want to take a stab? Come on, you can be my straight person.
Associate Leadership Committee,
And who's it made of?
This is-
agents in the office that are chosen by leadership in order to bounce ideas off of them and for them to help guide things.
Very good. You want anything to that?
I think it needs to be in the top 20%.
Generally, that's
Generally,
from our performance team. And the whole point was when Gary Keller created Keller Williams, he wanted the agents, in fact, the agents asked for empowerment or they were going to leave. So one of the ways that this office empowers all of us is any rules, changes, anything to the national or even local level come through the Agent Leadership Council. But one of the things we get to do is divide into different subcommittees and try to help grow the market center. We're not paid. We don't get anything for doing this. So, you know, when you get something for free, kind of what to expect. But I think you're going to find a lot of value in this today. I'm glad everybody has, or at least most everybody has their laptop. And for future ones, I would encourage you to bring in a computer because we will dive in deeply on those. So, has anybody heard of the 66-day challenge before? Just trying to get my gauge of, okay, where we're starting from scratch. All right, we'll get into that in just a second, but I do have a couple of questions to ask you. And Brandon, you're gonna probably want to take some quick notes on this. First of all, let's just show of hands. I think I know here. First of all, let's do some quick introductions. Brandon, start with yourself. We'll work back and
Brandon Watkins, realtor, almost as long as this guy, almost 20 years here at this location. And don't use command like I should. After 3 months from now, we will be.
This is why you're sitting at the side of the table. Jacob Anderson just finished my rookie year, September 1st.
Congratulations.
My cap restart. Yeah. Happy about it.
Mary Lee Jeske just finished my first month on September 1st.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Jim Donovan, 24 years, I think, never skied, and so just came back from a long, beach.
Which beach?
Key West.
Oh.
Well, that'll be a whole separate topic of conversation.
3.5 years.
For those of you who are on the WebEx, I'm going to come to you here in just a moment. And just giving a heads up, please.
I think I'm over 7. Around there.
Just introduce yourself real quick and then we'll get back to that.
Yeah, Betty Fugadu. That's me.
And Betty, what has been your command experience so far? We're all openly sharing here, so don't worry. If you've never even opened it.
No, I use it. That's right.
Are you using it just to store your names and stuff, or are you using it to market, or are you diving in?
Yeah, store the name.
Okay.
Jim, let me ask you, since you're the long termer, command's been around not for long. What do you use command for? How far along are you?
I haven't used it.
Never even opened it.
Well, yeah, but
You still refuse it.
Andy. Every time I come in and I have. a-
So this is the process that Andy has requested for you. Okay.
She's my command person. I go, every time I come in and do a sale, I go running into her office. I go, I'm just here and have been here for 6 months. Help me, so anyway, that's why I'm in here, because I never use it. I don't keep any information on it.
All right, so let's do, put show of hands. And let's say you're on a scale of 1 to 3. 1 is entry level, 2, which is mainly, you've probably got some contacts in there. Let's call it second level, you're actually got a couple of campaigns in there. And then third level is, hey, I'm doing my entire business through there, whether I'm doing processes, I'm doing ads, all those kind of things. So who would say they're in the 1 category? And Brandon and I do, so just about everybody there.
I'd say at 2. I'm pushing 2 because I've done some of them.
Okay, fair enough.
I've done postcards and all that, but I haven't done it consistently.
Hey, Lincoln, I know you're out there and you're on mute, but can you give us an idea where you're at? 1, 2, or 3?
Probably level 1.
All right, I think, okay, so that's the consensus that we got. And the tough challenge that we had as an ALC technology committee is how do you address everybody's needs? And how do you do that one time? So what we came up with is the Marty Miller Challenge, which a lot of people have been doing nationally. But we're gonna bring that back in-house. We're gonna do it on our own, but we're gonna have set workshops where you can get deep assistance. Because I know a lot of times we hit a wall and we just get frustrated and then you can't get any help. So one of the things that we're gonna do is we've created a webpage just for the people attending in this session. And it'll allow you to ask questions of the group within just this group of committee. We're also gonna have a couple other people that are kind of what I call content directors, such as the VP of marketing or our California concierge director of marketing is going to help out along with that too. So we've got different resources to help us. I guess what I'm trying to say is Brandon and I are pretty much in the same boat as you guys. We're not that much more advanced, so we're not going to be your tech help center, but we will be able to point you in the right direction or utilize the resources to help everybody out. So we're all in this together. So just for the folks in the room, tell me what's one thing you're working on this year to help you with your business? What's that one thing that's going to accelerate your business?
I'll start.
Sure.
Mine's gonna be this. Mine's gonna be actually marketing to the database. I've got a bunch of names in there, but that's as far as I'm taking it, so. I mean,
Okay.
to organize that and then to start the marketing stuff, to run it like a business. Right.
So just to give everybody the perspective here, you just invested in a redesigned your marketing website. And your goal is to kind of transition what you did there to more automate how you're going to communicate and run your business.
Yep, and rebranding, which we can talk about too, because once you have command, you gotta market stuff, so we wanna be able to give you guys the resources to put it all together, basically.
Jim, for your business, what's the one thing you're
Well,
concentrating?
the one thing is, I'm basically starting all over after 24 years and being gone for 3-4 years. I just came in, I thought, okay, I gotta start at the bottom, learn things. Just like any beginner and utilize the system. I mean, it's out there to use, I just never had to use it, so. Coming back in from being gone, it's gotta capture and let people know you're back, so.
Absolutely. And I think this will also help you reconnect with a lot of folks that you probably haven't touched in a long, long time. All right, Mary Lee.
Basically what Brandon said, be able to set up commands, farm a particular area and set up different smart plans and marketing campaigns for different groups and types of people.
Okay. How about you?
Be out there, like,
And this doesn't have to be command. It's, hey, what's the thing I'm focusing on my business for this year?
like putting out myself out there, like the worst thing will happen to me is like, no, I was scared for now, but like, who cares? I'm gonna go to the neighbors, knock the doors. I don't do that still, but I'm gonna do it. But
Dial.
just try, that's how you know, it's a
Got it.
no or yes. So I believe in that now.
All right. Natalie, I'm coming to you. If you'll unmute really quickly, what's one thing you're trying to do in your business for this year?
Establish. I'm super new. This is last.
We're getting about every fourth word.
Oh. My internet's terrible.
All right, will you type in an answer for us? And then I'll read that back out. I'm gonna go to one other person. Cynthia, how about you? Just what are you working on with your one thing?
Okay, I want to learn how to better extrapolate data from my database based on columns, like be able to pick the columns I need. And with all the information, be able to extract that into Excel sheets to use.
Perfect. And that's one thing, a major change that was made in the command tool is being able to export, because that was one of the early, when it first came out, a lot of people were very concerned is, hey, I'm putting all this in, but I can't take it with me and I can't do other things. So just to level the ground set here is, I think when I started about 2.5 years ago, so I'll give you my experience, command first came out about 3 years ago. And it was kind of designed as an in-house system. And what they really realized is, wait a minute, we need to be more open architecture, to enable things like DocuSign and all the other companies that couldn't go along with it. So to all those things. So you've seen a major revamp in the system. The point of going through that exercise is, I think at the end of the day, we all want to be able to sell more, make more money, and more importantly, the profit, because at the end of the day, that's what you walk home with. And command can do so many things that it didn't do 3 years ago. And by the way, it's free. You're actually paying for it in your monthly bill. But I would highly encourage you, when it comes to single individuals or small teams, this is the most effective thing or tool that you can put into your business. So why a 66-day challenge? Anybody know? Why is it 66 days versus 90 days?
How long it takes to build an app?
Everybody thought it was 3 weeks. I think the current science was 21 days. And more science has proven that if you can maintain a habit for 66 days, it just gets incorporated into your daily routine. You think about how you're in the shower and you just immediately go into this routine that you didn't even know existed, but it's just there. And that's one of the things we want to create out of this, is if we can just dedicate 15 minutes a day for the next 66 days, you will see a tremendous difference by the time you get done with that, because this has the capability of pretty much automating your business. And we'll get into that. All right. Questions, anything you wanted to add? So a couple of things just here on the particular slide before I knock this over. Of course, the 66 days is built on a challenge, and it can be worked for anything, whether you're trying to lose weight or anything. But a lot of the science these days is telling you, mark down every single day till you get to your 66, just put an X through it and make a commitment to yourself. You will never skip 2 days in a row. You can pay a high expensive guru, but that's at the end of the day, what they're gonna tell you when it comes to habit building is on your critical habits, just go through and put an X mark. That you promise yourself, that whether it's going to the gym, working out, whatever it is, I'll never miss 2 days in a row. Because after you miss those 2 days, the science says, I'm done. You jump off and go back into your old. So the real purpose of this group is to kind of get out of those self-limiting patterns and get into a daily pattern that also has support behind you. And so that's what the intent of this group is here. All right, moving right on. So you heard a lot about Marty Miller. He's the guy that created this program. Just simply said, Marty is a regional resource for KW International that is located in South Texas. So he actually has, I think he's down in Katy, kind of that Houston area, but he has taken this from KW since the early versions of Command, and now he's on his 7.0. He really understands the ins and outs. And he also has an advanced class after the 66-day challenge that we can talk about as well. So we already talked about tool that Command offers, and it's one about using your phone. I don't know if you know, but when you're doing you're prospecting in the morning, if you do it through Command on your phone, it'll dial it for you. It'll tell you if you disconnected, if you connected, how long you talked. It tracks all of that. So it very makes, especially if you've got it set up, you can just go, okay, today I'm calling the ends today and just pull it up, do it all from here. It tracks your success from there. Again, getting back to the automated the business. But the reason we wanted to do this as a group is, again, it gets back to that peer exercise. Brandon knows something that I don't. Not one of us is smarter than all of us combined together. So that's kind of the thought behind it. So what you're going to find, and for the groups that are on visiting with us on Zoom, we'll get this out on the KW website and pass it out. But if you would just pass these out across the line. Thank you. So the topics they're learning for the 66-day challenge are kind of broken down into these categories. You've got contacts, tasks, smart plans, referrals. Am I smiling, by the way? It says I don't smile enough when I present. Referrals, opportunities, campaigns, and then you start getting into some interesting stuff, reports, designs, the consumer app, and then the command or consumer integration, but also the Command app. I think this Command app is one of those that we're most interested in how that integrates, because we're dealing with a client right now who is still using the Zoom to send us his listings. So we've at least got him using what we're sending him, and now he can respond back in through the app. Question?
There's just 56 days on it.
Yeah, it was interesting on the 66-day challenge. I thought the same thing. But when he went from a 6.0 version to a 7.0 version, he eliminated or combined some days. So I did mention, though, that we are going to do some enhanced stuff that he has released. So thank you, my dear. Welcome to my world. She's great because I couldn't do anything without.
Yeah, that's all.
How would that work out? All right, so. What I just passed out to you is the roadmap that we're gonna follow. And it literally is, all we're asking you to do is complete one session per day. Some of those are 3 minutes long. Some of them, I think the longest one I saw was about 12 minutes. It's an average of 8 minutes. So if you would just say to yourself, hey, before I get in the car today and drive to the office or wherever we're going, I'm gonna spend that 15 minutes just focused on this and get a check mark. So in using this, what I want you to be able to do is, I think the ones we passed out to you actually have some check marks here on the sides. This is a self-paced thing. So all we're asking you is to check off when you do any questions or issues that you come up with. We just ask you to write to the margins or somewhere. And then at some point when it's good for you, post that on the internal Facebook. Hey, I ran into an issue with creating a campaign for this. Any suggestions? Or the ones I love is, how do you integrate campaigns into your business? And then you realize that I can do all of, basically whatever you create, Jim, you can share, he can share it with you, vice versa. And it's a very open library. But imagine a time where, think of all the checklists that you go through on closing. So from the time you get a contract to the time you get to the closing table. How many steps are in that process along the way that you have to communicate with your client? Quite a lot. There is an agent out in Arizona who has automated every single one of those steps. So when it comes to third day, and it's in the option period that's ending, there's all these emails that get automatically triggered. As soon as they put a date of the contract, all of a sudden these emails go out and it just reminds the client of where we're at in our particular cycle. So you can use that in whatever phase of the cycle that you want to, and not have to go and create an email every single time you want to send it out. Especially if you got multiples going on or you're building a small team, that becomes invaluable because that is the part that's going to get you really weighted down, is that constant communication to automate it. So first 23 days don't show up on the screen here, but you kind of get a sense for how this is going to break down. So all we're asking you to do is when you come to the check workshops, just bring this with you. Just like going to bold, you turn it in your activity. Hey, I did this much. Okay. And any questions? So we are going to make sure. So, yes, question.
Is the Facebook page the one that would, that?
We're about to get there.
Okay. Already.
Yeah, it's up.
Yep.
Nothing. See, that's command legacy.
So if you have your phone, if you have your laptop, here is the new Facebook group post. And I believe it is called the KW Legacy 66-Day Challenge. And it's going to ask you to join, and Brandon and I will approve it, and we'll get a list of who else here. If Brandon had to approve me. All right, so for those of you online, were you able to capture that on screen? Just a thumbs up. We all good?
No,
It didn't go. Okay.
let me either.
Here's the name of it.
Yeah, but say that.
Hold on, it's right here. It is. Yeah. Yeah. So, Paul, you can put this, the search is KW Legacy, put in the chat, or 66-day challenge.
Let's see if I actually
It's
have
not
it.
letting us. Oh.
You couldn't just grace us with your presence here.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, would you just post that also for everybody else on the chat?
It's a lot to ask.
So before Terry gets back to her desk, we just had a very rare special visitor. She's done this multiple times, and you can go out there and see on the Facebook page for all the different things that she has contributed. So we're gonna just make her one of our experts on one of these button checkups. All right, continue on. So everybody got that. Okay, here is Marty Miller, and this one I did not get a code for. But if you go to that webpage, or if you just do KW Command 66-Day Challenge 7.0, want to make sure everybody is on the 7.0 version.
Real quick, I've already added that and the other link to organize it. That's already on the Facebook page.
Okay,
It's audio post, just FYI. So if they go there and get on, we'll see this.
very good. And
She's sending her check advisor.
Oh. She's next week. She's gonna do a QR code.
She goes, wait, what am I supposed to do?
well, scratch out what I said about having her come in as a facilitator.
Lindsay can do it.
Yeah, we'll get Lindsay to do it. Was everybody able to get in on that one? We all good? We got one more taking a picture and then we'll move on. All right. So Marty Miller's webpage, it's actually, he's using his Facebook. And this gets you to his Facebook page. Once you go into the Facebook page, there is a separate page that you need to get to in YouTube. Because that's where all the videos are going to be. So what I just wanted to point out, there is a difference between what is on the Facebook and what is on the YouTube, and you're gonna need both. Facebook is gonna be where you can Q&A, get answers from him, we're the group. And then watch the content on YouTube.
This is great, Brandon, that you put it all in there. That's great.
Okay, so for week one, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna watch the intro video. I think it's all of about 8 minutes. We'll talk a little bit about how we get set up and the things that we're looking for. One of the things we talked about on when we went over everybody's kind of one thing. Question becomes, how do you measure your one thing? How am I developing my habits, my traits, my processes to get there? That's kind of one of the things that we'll talk about on the sub side because it doesn't really come out in the videos. That's an important aspect of it. So, yes.
Would you mind sharing your screen? We're seeing the classroom, but we're not seeing the screen.
You know, and
I'm a little embarrassed because we are the technology committee. We should know.
You got it up there, so you're in the grace.
We're all in this together.
And thank you for letting us know. They don't want to see me anyway.
Where, is this over here?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
on.
can't share this screen. Sorry.
So how do I get this content up on that PC?
you can just go to whatever you're gonna watch, Paul.
Google Drive?
No,
or-
it's on my hard drive.
There is no doing that.
What if we use that to show the video? What if we use y'all's computer just to show the video?
Yeah,
Share your-
just show the video on that computer.
Okay, let's just go ahead and do that now.
What's
We're
the
gonna,
video?
if you go to go into Google,
Kill it, yeah.
and we're gonna go into watch a video on.
And then 66. What is the link to that one?
Is it in YouTube?
No, it's not, it's, you don't know.
No, there's an actual link that you
I'm
can
gonna
do.
go to
Oh,
That's, yeah.
Marty Miller 66.
it'll be nice. You just put how you are.
Okay, she's gonna set up the video where y'all can see it online. My apologies, I was not aware
Are you doing 7.0? Is that what you're?
Yes, 7.0, and we want challenge number 0, getting started.
It's this right here.
And why he starts it backwards, I don't know. I think he just skipped it though.
But then I'm gonna say 47.
Copy that. If you copy that, put
There,
that on the
it
website.
just, yeah, oh, there.
There you
There you
go. There you go. Cool. It's good to know that it's not.
Yeah, no, it's working.
So it should say watch. Pausing, walk along.
Yeah, we were thinking, the one I'm. That's the side of it.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you can try.
Just plus play.
Play and then you can skip that.
Thank you.
Oh, I need to do it.
Yeah, I just did. Okay, so. First things on there. Right there is the link. And so you could just click on it, yours. Thank you. Oh, I'm hungry.
You would have that advertisement show up. I haven't had lunch.
Hey, we're gonna have that on British Command.
Yeah, let's go while you're here. Let's go. We're gonna do a little intro. Not giving us a video.
He did, that's the way he does it, that's it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it,
Continue the line.
yeah, it's a big, and you'll see this.
Thank you, Angie.
Can't see it or hear it?
Can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
I guess I
Angie,
can.
we're so glad you're here.
But the other
We gotta go
one.
on.
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
In office. What? Yeah, I think you're over there and not in here.
It's probably.
Yeah.
We don't want me too.
We can,
Somebody's talking.
yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, but the video, to play the video, hold on.
We're gonna circle back 1 minute. Somebody came in and said y'all were not able to hear the audio of the video.
Were y'all able to on Zoom hear the audio of the video?
No,
No.
No, ma'am.
I was hoping if Terry just had her volume down.
We can try to. Can y'all hear it now?
No, we can hear you. And Paul better watch it, by the way.
Okay, okay.
Terry, I'm sorry.
It was Terry.
You know, we can mute specific participants.
Terry.
I still can't hear you, Paul.
So while we're doing this, any questions that have come up so far? That's the next slide, so we get through this one. So good question.
I know there's a thing here to click to.
You wanna go ask Kate? Somebody else?
Kaylin's not here.
She's not here?
No, and neither is.
Oh.
Oh, Bob. Sorry, that was funny.
Hey, Terry, while you're still there,
I
You
don't
said
know.
your tech advisor?
Where is your tech advisor Lindsay in there?
hey, Terry, how many command challenges have you done?
I've actually never done a command challenge. I'm sending Lindsay in.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna Google.
Jack would actually probably be better, but he's not here. I've gone through Marty Miller's, like at the beginning when he did his 1.0s and his 2.0s.
Yeah.
They're very, very helpful. And not only that, they give you,
Shit on it.
well, I guess I have done it. They do call them challenges. I've gone through them. So every day you do something, it's pretty cool.
Of my favorite.
Baseball.
Yes. Yeah. Andy, click down to audio. You're on video right now. Click down to audio.
That's where I want.
Okay. Because it's picking up my voice.
But it's blocking it on the back end because it's on the computer.
Worst case, we have the video.
What if we clicked off under audio profile, under the Zoom background noise removal?
Okay, wait, at the bottom. Okay, wait, hold on. Vision, okay, bottom left corner.
No, the bottoms, you're reading something else.
Bottom left corner of the screen. Share screen window, select the share sound.
The video being played.
Here's-
Oh,
Okay, wait, where am I?
How about share screen?
Hold on. We close that, here it is, okay.
Did you shoot anything?
Share screen. Share sound.
There we go.
There you go.
Now we all know.
AMG.
Google, so great, okay.
Welcome to the KW Command
Can y'all hear it now?
Yes.
Alright.
66 Day Challenge 7.0. Wow, it's been a little while since I've been able to say that, and yet so excited to bring you the 7th iteration of this KW Command 66 Day Challenge. Today is actually day 0, and I just wanted to go through a little bit of housekeeping, some best practices, some tips and tricks for you to have all the best resources in order to learn KW Command as we go through this challenge together. So on the screen here, you do see the Facebook group. Hopefully you are already affiliated with and have requested to become a member of. That is the KW Command 66 Day Challenge group. You can see the link to that group at the very top of the screen. That's facebook.com/groups/Kelly 66 Day Challenge. Yes, fun fact, the Command Challenge actually started off as a Kelly Challenge. So that's the link to that group. I will be posting each day the videos for that day inside of this Facebook group. In addition, those videos will be posted to my YouTube channel. So I wanted to show you guys that as well. If you go to youtube.com and then search for Marty Miller or Marty Miller 66 Day Challenge, you should get a YouTube channel that looks like this. You'll see my headshot and then my name. You have the ability then to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And once you subscribe, you should get another icon that looks like a bell. If you click on that little bell, it'll also allow you to request alerts such that when you're in YouTube, you have a little bell icon similar to the one you have in Command that will let you know when you have updates, new videos that have been posted. So that's one way, a second way, if you will, to learn about content that I have uploaded as part of this 66 Day Challenge. Finally, an asset that you'll want to have to keep track of the videos, if you go to kwcommandin66days.com, you can see that link here at the top, kwcommandin66days.com. You're going to get a link to all of the videos that I have created for this 7.0 challenge. In addition, you're going to see some of the previous challenges. So we've got 5.0 and 4.0 as well. All of the days that we did for each one of those, the subject matter, and then the YouTube link to each one of those videos, in addition to how long the video is. Down here at the bottom of the list, you also have a challenge team mini-series. So this is specifically for agents on teams. And then you also have some agent testimonials. If you need to use those, you have those available as well. Finally, if you're in leadership and you want to learn more about Command MC, I did do a mini-series on Command MC. There's 24 videos on Command MC there as well. So again, this Google Sheet will be updated daily along with the Facebook group and the YouTube channel with all of the videos that are getting loaded. You'll have all the links and subject matter here. Again, kwcommandin66days.com. Some additional resources that I want you to have that I would recommend as we go through this challenge together. There's also some amazing content that Keller Williams is loading to their YouTube channel. So if you come into YouTube and search Keller Williams, you will get the YouTube channel for Keller Williams Realty. Please subscribe to that channel. Great content coming out. A lot of stuff coming from our top producers. Right, a lot of it's now coming over from Mega Camp as well. So great content. Also, Keller Williams has their own YouTube channel for KW Command, and that is if you search for KW Command, you can also see the URL link here at the top. I would recommend subscribing to this channel. My good friend Donnie does a lot of videos, Donnie Brookman with KWRI, and then you've got some additional content that's available there for you. So a third YouTube channel to be aware of. Finally, 2 additional KWRI resources. One, KW Answers. So this link is answers.kw.com. What an amazing resource. This is basically a massive FAQ site that has been created and run by members of our Keller Williams University team. So if you ever want to learn anything, you have questions, there's some great walkthroughs in here, a just treasure trove of articles. Each one of the articles is going to have pictures, and some of them you have little videos that you can kind of learn. I'm in this site pretty regularly as well. So this is answers.kw.com. And finally, inside of KW Connect, you do, under the technology header, have the Command Your Business resource. This has a ton of additional videos and opportunities to learn about Command. So there's not just one way to learn about Command. These are all additional resources I would recommend that you bookmark, subscribe to, be aware of as we walk through the Keller Williams Command 66-day challenge together. Again, 7.0. I will continue to update the videos on a daily basis. Give me a little bit of grace come weekends and holidays. I'm going to do my best to be very consistent. But if we miss a day because it is a weekend or a holiday, hopefully you will understand. The goal would be to be done with this challenge towards the end of January, just as a heads up. If you ever have any questions, feel free to comment on the YouTube video or make a comment on the Facebook post. Would love to hear about that. And as always, guys, I'm looking forward to working with you throughout this challenge. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we start day 1 of the KW Command 66-day challenge 7.0. Talk to you all real soon.
All right, now let's see if I can get back to.
What's the difference between selling on a marketplace and selling with Shopify? When you
I think I just go right over to the laptop and I'm back. Use mouse key. Okay, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. So what are we asking you to commit to? And that is literally just to view one video per day. Most 15 minutes. And I'd highly recommend you do it like first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock, whatever it is that particular time frame you. And then all we're asking you to do is just check off that you did it. And any questions you can write down and then capture that in Facebook and let us all kind of. Guys, I'm excited about this because this is all about us learning together. And I think we can all agree that if we could even get 50% better at this, our business would probably be about 100% better. Do you not agree? So, my biggest request is if you think about what we're going to go through, it literally is, I think, 15 days or 14 hours of a commitment for the next 66 days, and you will continue to grow. What we are also, and we'll talk a little bit of some ground rules here. When you come to the workshops, we want you to have completed the work up to those days. So if you had to do 2 or 3 and catch up, that's fine, but we're going to kind of make it a prerequisite that you've completed those days up until the workshop. And I'll give you the calendar here on the workshop, but they're kind of set across, I think, every 3 weeks, which gives us 3 checkpoints throughout the entire program. Make sense? Brendan, anything you want to add?
Just a couple of things. The group is inclusive on the Facebook, so we do want to, if we see a pattern of everybody stuck in one area, well, of course, that would be the workshop. So if we get stuck in something through the next, before the first workshop, if there's a theme, everybody's stuck in one spot, we'll focus there. If not, just bring your laptops and we'll work on it. But we do want to like spread it to your friends and stuff, because the big hangup is command ready yet. I'm guilty, a lot of us just keep pushing it off. Well, they've got a lot of it going now, so we're trying to finally get to that point where some of us can start building on it. So, in 3 months from now, we're gonna have this ready and be marketing and all that. We don't want to keep going back to the beginning. So hopefully we can start getting different tiers here. That's one side. 2, I want everybody to kind of look at it in a way. Can they see me on video?
Yeah.
Guys, the 201 Club, some of us have heard about it. Where if you have 201 people in your database that you're marketing to, it shows an average of $119,510 a year. So if we do the 66-day and you had 0 in your database and you added 4 a day, you're gonna have over 250 by the time we get to November. All right, so then we're gonna do business plans. You've got your business in a box ready to go. That's the way I'm looking at this. So to really get it systemized. And then so even down a little bit, our tight group, Paul was talking about checklists and certain automated emails and things like that. Well, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't need to be doing my own and all that. That's kind of what Paul and I envisioned at the beginning of the year, was a group that can really get efficient and get our business efficient so we can leverage, not our time basically. I mean, because once, like, if we don't learn this the right way, none of us get going, me included. But after we do this and go through it, we'll have that, the fear is removed basically. So I just basically want everybody to really put that why together. Like, let's get to November, let's get this completed. If you show up, come ready to work, try to figure things out on your own, because we can't turn it into a complaint session. I'll use that word. So basically, that's all I'm asking for, is everybody just to look at this fresh. Yeah, if something's not right, we'll take it upstream. But let's try to make this really productive and look at it like, how can we help each other, task list all this and get efficient? Make sense?
Thank you. And also, what's in it for you? I mean, it's all about accelerating your business. But we're gonna throw in a couple other things as well too. So whenever we have workshops where you have a sponsor who is going to, we'll have a drawing for gift cards. But you do have to be present for that one. So for those of you that are on virtually, and the intent is really, this is kind of like the first day of Bold. We're sucking you in. We're giving you kind of the free little preview, and then we're gonna have you commit to it. So then if you complete the 66-day challenge and make it through all the checkpoints, we will have a very nice KW Legacy shirt for you at the conclusion of the time, which has not been released yet in this office. So you'll get the very first sample. Only way to do it is complete the challenge. So we talked about some other dates. We get back to that. We kind of had to jump to get into video. So what is our next dates for the challenge? So the Q1 check-in, 9/27 is our first one. Same time frame, 1 to 2. And by the way, we're not going to do any videos. We're going to go straight into problems. If we see certain problems that keep reoccurring on the Facebook page, we're going to try to get an expert to kind of drill in with us on that. But if you're getting stuck somewhere, having your on that there, then we can solve that problem right now. So these are already on the calendar. So for Q1, and then 10/18 for Q2, and then 11/15. So that will carry us through the end of the program. This is probably something that will run once a year. So we're kind of the inaugural of running this. So I'm excited. And
we'll do mini workshops too, just depending. Like I want to put.
No worries. We're muting some folks. Go ahead, Brandon.
Well, I was about to say, so once we get into this, if this isn't enough and we're building something, we can do extra workshops. We'll do it. I'll commit to anything to kind of get this rolling for those who really want it.
Brandon, and this is, you said this earlier, but I want to enhance this. This is a journey that Brandon and I are taking ourselves, because we realize we're not using this to not even 50% of the capacity. So we don't have all the answers, but we kind of have some places to turn to. So work with us, but it'll be interesting to see where we all land at the end of 66 days. And I'm going to challenge each one of you to either come up with a campaign or an advertisement that you kind of nominate as, here's my work product for the 66-day challenge. Fair enough?
Let me add one other thing too. Again, on that, what I said earlier, on the marketing side of it, if you get into command and you're like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to send and all that. we do have answers. We do have California concierge. Like get your brand. I just redid mine, my new website and all of that stuff. So we'll be able to point you in the direction to get the tools. So if you're stuck on something, tell us where you're stuck and let us get you at least to the right answer.
And for those of you on the Zoom call, we will, if you will send a request in, we'll get you approved, but once you get in, these tools like this worksheet here that we've handed out for tracking your success, along with some of the other tools that will come throughout the program, that's where we'll post them. So these are not going out to everybody in the office because we just don't want to confuse things. If you're not willing to go start from the beginning and work to the end, you can continue to rely on. But if you're going to go do something and do it right, you got to make sure you go back to the beginning and make sure things are set up. I did a health check and I was surprised because I have like 683 contacts. I'm like feeling good about myself. And I went through it and I realized probably scored about a 68% because of just deficiencies that were in there. And so I learned some tips and tricks out of that. I learned in Facebook where I could go find somebody's Facebook address to go drop into the contact. So if I want to send them stuff out of command, now it's going through Facebook, not through email. There's a whole bunch of little tips and tricks that we get into as we go in.
So we'll put tech tips and stuff on that as well.
Okay. Any questions or comments or something that you didn't hear that you would like to see? Angie, you've been awfully quiet back there.
Not my clients.
He wants to figure it out, leave her alone.
No, I think it's
Go
great.
get 'em.
I've done the 66-day challenge multiple times. You won't regret it if you'll just.
Why won't they regret it?
Because to know what you need to do in your business in Command, you have to know what Command does.
So does this mean you're gonna take my name off your chair in there?
Your name can, you can always come sit in my
We
chair.
got another 2 months of.
She'll look at the date and go,
Always.
yeah, about November 15th, come see me. You should be done by then.
But no, you won't regret it. It's great information and Command works. You just have to utilize it and know what to do. And once you know what it does, then you can figure out how you want to use the different aspects within your own business.
And I like the key that you put it within your own business, because even the staff here are starting to use Command just to track recruits. So the tool that is out there, my first corporate job was Xerox, straight out of college. And I remember I was there for 3 or 4 years before we got a first laptop, a PC. We're like, wow, we're doing good. And learning, and then finally when we got our first CRM, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, what do we get into? The power that is in there is almost unbelievable. If you go look at all the other competitive products out there, I can think of 1 or 2 that maybe outperform it, but those are charging $350 to $500 a month for that CRM system. So you will not fail with this. I promise you, it's a very stable environment, which Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, that was one of the knocks again when it first came out, is it was not stable. It is extremely stable. And the reason it says 7.0, by the way, somebody asked me, 7.0 versus 4.0. 7.0 is to the current version of Command. If you go back to the 4s, you could wind up in previous versions of Command, and some of the methodologies may be completely different. So, I'm excited we're going to take this journey together, but it's up to you to make a commitment. And the way to make that commitment is just go in and request access to the Facebook page, and then you'll be in the program. That's all you have to do. There's no sign up sheet, fees to pay. All right.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You.